Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Today, I want to talk to you. I'm going to give you the 3 things that are necessary for you to grow and protect yourself from people who try to hold you back. The naysayers, the people who are negative. So the 3 things are, 1 is gossip, 2 is negativity, and 3 is boundaries. So, let's start with gossip. If somebody is a gossip and they enjoy gossip and they think it's great, they get excited over it, this person cannot grow. They are gossiping about other people because 1, they don't have their own life, and 2, because they think they're better than the person that they're gossiping about. And nobody's better than anybody else. We're all in this together, trying to make it to where our God is. We're trying to make it to heaven. And if we are gossiping and thinking that we're better than other people, we're not making it. We're not making it. The only being that can judge is the Lord, not anybody else. So if you're around people who like to gossip a lot or constantly are gossiping, know that is your first cue. This person cannot be in my life. You can still talk to him here and there if you run into him or whatever, but you don't want to be on a personal level with them and socializing with them regularly, because that is going to feed in, because gossiping is negativity. So you will want to keep them at bay. Arm's length, like I like to say. 2 is negativity. Somebody who is constantly negative. And I'm going to give you a few scenarios, such as, hold on, let me go back to the gossiping. So, if you are sharing with your venting is okay. However, if you are sharing with a close friend or a family member or your significant other, and they are, and you're reciting a story or something like that, that's fine to say whatever you need to say. Like, I was out with my girlfriend the other day, we were doing this, blah, 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 we were laughing about this. That's not gossip. That's the truth. That's reality. That's what happened. If all of a sudden you're around somebody that's going, oh my God, did you hear what so-and-so supposedly did? That's gossip. There's no room for that. If somebody is gossiping, they are not able to grow. If they are thinking they are better than somebody else, they have no ability to grow until they get rid of that. Which leads into the negativity. So, with negativity, these people find everything to complain about. I hate my job, the people there suck, whatever else. Okay, fine. You may hate your job. So what are you going to do about it? If you hate it there, why are you staying? And I don't care about I need the money. There are other jobs. You could go find another job if you absolutely hate it there. If you are staying there, but yet constantly being negative and complaining to everybody about the people that work there and the job itself, that pretty much says that you have no desire to grow. You enjoy the negativity. It makes you feel good when people pity you. Negative people have a problem for every solution. And people who aren't negative, and you're gonna have to vent from time to time about things that are going on in your life, but that's a little different than being negative. If you're constantly negative, that's one thing. But if once in a while things go wrong and you need to get it off your chest, that's fine. That's not negativity, that's reality. And the biggest thing is, if they are in a negative mind state majority of the time, they are not solution driven. They are specifically wanting to find excuses for people to feel sorry for them so they can feel like they're special and they're right. That's not a growth mindset. That is 100% staying stagnant. And you want to avoid those people. You can still see them if you see them somewhere or whatever, chat them for a minute or two, but you want to keep them, again, arm's length. And the last one is the one for you, and that is boundaries. You know what you will and will not accept. We are taught, as we're conditioned as we grow up, we're taught that we have to be nice and we have to be accommodating. No, you do not. If something crosses your personal boundaries, you have your space. Somebody encroaches on your space, you have the right to be like, nope, not doing this. So if a person is constantly contacting you and all that ever comes out of their mouth is complaining and negativity, you have the right to say, oh, I'm sorry, I got something else. You have the right to just say, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. You also have the right to say, which this is, I know, harder for a lot of other people to do, but you also have the right to say, I can't handle this negativity, so as long as you're going to be talking negative, I have to let you go. They now know that if they're going to be in communication with you, that the negativity can't be there. And you don't have to say that if you're not strong enough to, because you're afraid that it's going to become a problem. You can literally just say, I'm busy, I can't talk right now. You don't have to tell them anything more. You owe nobody an explanation for your boundaries. They are your boundaries to protect you and your energy so you don't get sucked down that rabbit hole. You owe nobody, not one single soul, an explanation for why you are saying no, or I can't do this. You owe nobody an explanation. If you want to give them an explanation, by all means, feel free to do it. Eventually, once you start to grow and you energetically level up, you will automatically go ahead. You won't give them an explanation. You'll just be like, look, if you're going to keep talking negative all the time, I can't have this conversation. Or you're just going to stop talking to them. You're just going to avoid their calls. You're going to avoid them as much as they can. You can, the minute they start talking negative, you're going to walk away. You're going to start showing them that you're not tolerating this. And they're either going to do one of two things. They're going to get mad, and they're going to start a smear campaign behind your back, which, what do you care? Anybody who would believe what they're saying is not worthy of your time or energy. So their smear campaign is actually a blessing in disguise for you. It's telling you who cannot come with you on your energetic growth. It's showing you. So you shouldn't be mad and look down on that. You shouldn't feel less than. You should literally go, oh, okay, so this person said this about me behind my back. That's not true. These people, they believe it. So, well, they're not worthy of my friendship. If they can believe something like that about you, they never were your friends. They never knew who you were. They were there. The negative and the gossips thrive off of your emotional reaction. And if you don't give an emotional reaction to these things, it pisses them off. They need your emotional reaction so then they can feel big and powerful. If you don't give an emotional reaction and you just ignore it and act like it's no big deal, they seal their own fate. And when you are having boundaries, so I have this is a huge issue with me. I don't know you. I'm not in a relationship with you. We're not dating. There is no freaking commitment. Do not touch the small of my back. Do not touch me there. That is not a place that anybody can just touch me there. That is an intimate gesture. And if you are touching me there, you are telling me that you are crossing a boundary and not respecting my body and me. So these things you need to have in place. You need to find out what your boundaries are, what you can tolerate and what you can't tolerate. And you will learn these things as you start to grow. You'll start to see these things. You'll walk away from dealing with certain people and you'll feel drained. You'll feel sad and depleted and tired and you'll feel down. Almost depressed. Like, if you come from interacting with another human being in that manner, that human being is somebody that should not be in your future, because that person is not growing and they're just going to keep you stuck. You are trying to grow. You need to start interacting with other people who want to grow. Here's why. Because once you start interacting with other people that want to grow, they're going to make you feel alive. because they're not going to treat your ideas or your thoughts or anything like they're stupid. Now, they may tell you, if they're a true friend, they're going to tell you. If you say something like, oh, I was thinking of doing this, they might say, well, you know, that's a good idea, but be careful of this. That person is not telling you you shouldn't do it. That person is telling you what to be careful of so you don't get sucked into something. The truth is, when you hang out and you surround yourself with people who have a growth mindset, you feel alive. You're able to start focusing more on yourself and your growth, and the people around you are proud and happy. They can see your growth. They acknowledge that they can see your growth. They tell you how happy they are for you. Those are the people that you want around. Anybody who is negative, any naysayers that want to tell you that you can't do that, that's not how it works. Those ones are the negative gossipers. You don't need them in your life. They are going to hold you back. And if they start a smear campaign and start talking behind your back, the whole gossiping and negativity about you, let them. Let them. Because that person is only doing it because they can't get an emotional reaction out of you. So they're going to go to mutual people, you know, trying to get those people to talk to you and create that emotional reaction. You don't need to give an emotional reaction. The people that are talking to you about it and believing what this person said, they are showing you and telling you that they're not worthy of your time. They don't have a growth mindset either. If they knew you, they would know that that's not you. And if they even for a split second entertain the idea that you could be what this person is saying, then they're not your people. They're not in a growth mindset. So gossiping and negativity are going to keep you stuck at a low energetic level. Boundaries are going to keep you going forward and growing energetically. And the more you do it, the more you will surround yourself with people who are positive. So I have a dear friend of mine is working on starting his own new side hustle business. And he's got great ideas. He's done a lot of research on it. And I've done nothing but support him with it. I totally think that it's great that he's doing this. I think it's wonderful that he's stepping out of his comfort zone and he's just pulling the trigger. It's amazing to watch him grow. And that is the type of people that you want around. Because once they start to grow and they start to experience things outside of their comfort zone, all of a sudden they start to feel alive. And you can sense that they feel alive, and it makes you feel alive because you're like, oh my God, look, you're growing, how wonderful, this is amazing. And then as you grow, they notice your growth. So boundaries are what keep the negativity and the gossipers out of your life. So do not run to the people that are the person that's gossiping about you or doing the smear campaign or that is extremely negative. If they're going to other people complaining about you, do not get sucked down that rabbit hole. That is not your business. What other people think of you is not your business. What you think of you is what's important. And the more you focus on your growth and stepping outside your comfort zone, the more you start attracting people that are probably, some of them are going to be more energetically leveled up than you. Some of them are going to be where you're at. Some of them might be just coming up to where you're at. It doesn't matter. They're going to come into your life and they're going to be a huge support system. You may not constantly be together and hanging out and doing things, but you encourage each other to keep growing and keep going forward. And life is going to happen and challenges are going to come up. But these people, when you call them or you talk to them about your life challenges, they're going to listen. They're going to be supportive, and if they have something that might help, they're going to give you that information. Even if you don't want to hear it, they're going to give it to you because that's a true friend. That's somebody who truly respects you, and you will attract those people naturally. And it takes a while, but gossiping and negativity, those people are not growing. They do not have a growth mindset. They're not energetically leveling up. You want to stay away from that as much as you can and keep your boundaries. And if you do these three things, life changes. And it's it's pretty different. It really is. You'll notice that people are talking to you, and strangers are acknowledging you, because when you energetically level up, when you have that growth mindset, when you take yourself out of your comfort zone, you are 100% living from your heart and soul. And that looks good to the outside world. It just does. So that's all I have for you today. It's a scorcher here in the Great Desert. So dogs are in the house for the moment. And I'm going to be going to work here shortly. So I just wanted to touch base with you and give you some of these ideas here. If you have questions, you're going through something, you need some help, contact information's below. Feel free to leave a comment below, or email me, or text me, or give me a call. I'll gladly walk you through it. It costs you absolutely nothing. I just want to help as many people as I can to grow and find their true authentic self and learn to love themselves, because it's a great place to be. And the more people we can get to this level, the greater the world around us will be. So with that said, have a great day. Love you guys.